right. So let's let's talk about like once you got into high school. When you what high school did you go to?
Cody.
Cody. Did you graduated?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. All right. So kind of tell me about like just give me a brief understanding on how Cody was at that time. Like was it kind of along the lines of everything we've been talking about so far, or?
Yeah, with Cody, it was so different because it was like I went to school more so to gamble than I did do anything. I ain't gonna lie, like everybody everybody know in Cody, I just used to gamble, bro. So it would be like I would go to classes just because I would be networking with people to gamble. Like that's literally what was happening. Like I graduated with like a 1.8. That's probably the lowest thing you can graduate with. That was all D's pretty much, but it was like I just would go to school to network with people and gamble. Like I didn't really go there to learn or really get into class or get into nothing besides gambling. Like that was the main thing. We was hustling every day, whether it was playing cards or it was shooting dice. We figured out a way in almost every class. We figured out a way. A lot of the classes, the people that know would tell you like I used to get put out the class because I would be trying to start a dice game up in the back of the classroom, and then some teachers wasn't having it. But then you had some teachers that were just so lenient. They would literally let us shoot dice in the back of the classroom, and then some of them would be like, "Oh, y'all can like." We would be like, "We about to go to the bathroom." They know what we was doing. We not in the class at all. We just coming to have accountability to say that we was in school. We was shooting dice damn near every day, all day. That's all I really remember from high school in that form is just shooting dice and playing cards. Like we didn't really learn. I'm telling you, we didn't really learn much at all. The people who I was networking with and hanging with, we was always shooting dice. Like we went to school to hustle. That was it. Like that was pretty much it for real.
Right. So, were you much of a ladies' man in high school? Like, when it? I know you. If you gambling, that means you getting to some money, and sometimes like you translating like the thousands of $1,000. You
Mm-hmm.
transacting thousands of dollars. So, like I know like you had the means to get you some nice gym shoes and things that would probably like warrant the attention of females. So like, how did that go when you were in high school?
That went pretty crazy. Like for the most part, I always had a girlfriend, but at the same token, I had other girls that I would deal with. So
Right.
that was another transition in my life that it was like I think that the society kind of told us to be like you gotta have multiple women. You gotta have your one girl, but you always got these side pieces. You always got this extracurricular stuff going on. But to be honest, like even though I had other girls that I was dealing with or other people that I was dealing with during that time, most of my time was spent focusing on getting money. So it was like I might have seen this girl during the day for a period of time, but then I was with somebody else at another period of time, and you only had so much time to really deal with them. So, however they coped with it in their mind, I can't even tell you how that really worked back then. But for real, it was like they dealt with it in its own fashion. I can't even. It be amazing me sometimes when I go back and think about it, like, dang, why was I messing with three, four girls at the same time? And not even and how did they not understand like y'all only see me at nighttime but it's a whole day. You only see me before school and it's a whole day. You only see me during school and it's a whole day. I'm not calling you no more, but they was always under the impression like, oh, he out getting some money, he gambling or he somewhere doing something. So it was never a situation where it was like, oh, I'm looking for you or I'm trying to figure out what you're doing, but it was always like we was just hustling all the time.
Right. Right. Was it kind of hard for you to like kind of like talk to females or like even if it was like small relationships, was it hard for you to have relationships with females because of like the relationship that you had with your parents?
It wasn't necessarily hard. It just made me not necessarily give the love factor. Like it was
Right.
hard for me to be like, I love you. Like I was married at one point and I was still like not saying I love you. type of situation because I never was getting that coming up. So when I would hear people saying it, it was always like, oh, that's a finesse, or they just trying to, everybody was abusing it when I would hear the word to me. Because it was like, I didn't hear it coming up. I never seen that part really coming up. So when people would say it, it would be like, bro, I don't even know you. How is you saying you love me? Or girl, I don't even really know you. How is you saying you love me? So it was one of them things that I had to really learn that part of me to be able to really display it back to the world, because you're watching something that you don't understand happening, but it was happening to me. I never heard that. My dad, my mom, they never was saying that. So me regurgitating that back to somebody, I didn't really know what that meant. So for me to tell you I love you, I was just saying it just because, and I was against that. I used to be super against it. Like, I'm not telling nobody I love them because I don't even know what that feel like or what that really mean. And I thought it meant something deeper than what everybody was displaying it, because you hear it so much, it's just thrown out there freely. You know what I mean? This dude talking about he love her. Y'all been together 2 months and now y'all broke up the month later. Did y'all love each other or no? You know what I'm saying? So we was in that phase. So we was really looking at it like, that's cap. You know what I mean? So I never really got into the actual understanding how to love and really understanding that phase of my life until later on in my life, that I could really embrace it and be like, no, it is real love out there. It is real situations. And that happened after I had kids type situation.
Right, right. Okay.